But like we said, there's a lot of bad resumes out there, and you got to decipher who has the best of the worst. Nobody really has a significant uh, argument, to be honest with you. Can Oklahoma get in? I think it's certainly a possibility. When it's all said and done, I had SMU in based on the fact that they have better overall resume metrics.
All right. We've got the bracket unveiled, so let's get to it here. Duke, Siena in the East. A little John Shire, Jerry McNamara battle there, kind of like it. And then Ohio State as the 8th seed, also in the East in Greenville, against the 9, as they bring it up here, TCU. So I think we flipped that maybe. Ohio State we had as a 9. How about that? They came all the way up to an 8. Not that there's a significant difference. And there you got St. John's in San Diego. How about that? Going all the way to San Diego. That is a long trek for the Red Storm after doing what they did in the Big East tournament. And they will play against the 12th seeded. Who's it going to be? This could be a tough one for the Johnnies. Northern Iowa. Not quite so tough. They're healthy. Ben Jacobs' team is healthy now. But again, they were 6th seed in that Valley tournament, Rocco.
Yeah, 2 great defenses. Northern Iowa, top 25 in adjusted defense, playing terrific with Tristan Smith back. Could be a good game. We'll see.
All right. Anything Friday? Kansas, also in San Diego. How about that? Rick Pitino and Bill Self could play against one another in the second round. Arguably the 2 best coaches, active coaches in the country right now. Kansas got to play against Cal Baptist in that one. Now the bottom half of the East.
All right.
Louisville. How about that? We got Rick Pitino's old school, Pat Kelsey, coaching them in Buffalo against South Florida, the home of Brian Hodgson. How about that? He's got to get a lot of tickets for his family.
Yeah, from Jamestown College. Yeah, not far from there.
Right there, Michigan State. Wow, the East region loaded with some legends, some coaching legends.
I think I'm going to be able to find us a better field than this.
Michigan State has a 3, which means Purdue is probably the 2, which is what it should be.
Yep,
you guys got that right.
We did. I get something right once in a while. North Dakota State, David Richmond. They were the champions of the Summit and won the league tournament as well to get in there. The 7-10 game on Friday, UCLA going all the way to Philly. Mick Cronin will feel right at home. He'll feel right at home in Philly, right? Everybody hates everybody in Philly. Mick can say whatever the hell he wants. They'll love him.
It's going to be perfect.
UCF.
This might be Purdue.
All right, we're not going to have any volume here, but you can see the teams that he's throwing up here. The other channel. I'm going to see if I can't find us a better feed here. Bear with me. Let me see if I can't make that larger.
But Siena is a 16.
It's tough.
No?
The difference between Siena and Queens was like really, really tough
Minimal.
to differentiate.
Was it?
I think you have to throw UMBC in that mix too. I think UMBC
Yeah, they
is
were.
very close to a
They made a
15
chart.
seed too. So wouldn't shock me if UMBC is a 15, but it'll be between UMBC now, obviously between UMBC and Queens for that final 15 seed.
Yeah, I still can't believe we might get a Patino Self matchup in the second round. Like that's
Great.
insane.
They love that. They
Oh,
tried
of
to do that
course.
last year. They tried to do that last year too.
Well, it's all about, let's face it, it's all about coaches in college basketball. They're the ones that the general fan is going to know about. So, I know they say they don't try to do matchups like that. But I think if they can, they do. They still want some ratings games in that first weekend that'll get some eyeballs. And if you're telling me Bill Self against Rick Pitino isn't going to get in Kansas, the brands as well, right? Those brands of Kansas and St. John's, trust me, that's going to get some eyeballs in the second weekend.
What's up, dude?
USF as an 11, yeah, like we're all in on.
What's up? What do you think about it so far?
Well, I'm trying to go back to where I had the actual brackets where I could see the teams that were in it. But so far we got Duke as the 1 seed. I mean, that was obvious. Siena is the 16. Ohio State, the 2 seed is UConn. We don't know yet, Thunder.
We can find a bracket.
I've got the bracket, but the problem is this dude's he's I guess we could just turn him off, but he's got the name of his channel and
We can turn
subscribe.
them off if you'll just pop it up.
Here, you can see it. You see this down? You see down the screens down below on StreamYard?
Yeah.
That's the one I have that we can put up. It shows the actual bracket and we could talk about it.
All right. Go ahead.
All right.
All right. There we go. That's probably a better idea. I didn't even think about it.
Well, I mean,
I
I
sort of
wouldn't-
bought
I didn't
something.
think
It
of
was
it
sort of
either.
last minute. I was just in a rush to get something.
yeah, I would have done the same
Because we
thing.
got over 30-something people in here, so it's not a loss.
Yeah, 30. We got 36. It's been going up too since I've been in. So anyway, I don't know if I see
We'll just keep it here.
what's that.
We'll just keep it right here.
Yeah,
This is fine.
I don't see too many. Nothing here that surprises me. Or you know, I mean, obviously Duke is going to be a number 1. UConn 2. Michigan State, always a tough tournament team.
If
Michigan
Oklahoma gets in, I think they'll be 11 or 10 seed.
Yeah, that's about right.
Because they're not going to put them at 12 because then they might knock off a big name school. And they don't want to try to fuck a big name school out the gate. They ain't
Yeah.
got to. And Northern Iowa may beat St. John's, but Northern Iowa has less of a chance than Oklahoma.
Yeah.
They don't want St. John's playing Oklahoma in the first.
Yeah, I mean, I don't just want Oklahoma in. I want Texas out. But I know Texas is going to make it.
Well, what's going to really make me mad is if Auburn's in.
Yeah.
That's horseshit. Because Bruce Pearl's on the actual show and they're running his cocksucker right now.
What is the love for Auburn? I don't understand.
It's Bruce Pearl, man. It's shady ass, man. It's just like the Urban Meyer shit, man. They have them on their shows all the time. They're so enamored with these perverted fucks, man. I don't know what it is, man. It makes me mad. It makes me want to cuss like I just did, man. I don't understand it, man. I'm like, they're pieces of shit as human beings, man. I want to just clamor to them.
Yeah. Yeah, well, we'll see, man. You know, so far, it'd be interesting to see what kind of, I bet you if they get in, it'll be the last region that they announce.
I might go back and clip this out and clip those guys out at the beginning. I don't know. I don't know how they were doing. I was in my living room watching CBS until you texted me.
I don't know, but we keep going up on both channels, YouTube and X. So
When you was in there by yourself, I mean, how were them guys doing it? We're doing it.
It was low numbers, but it was climbing also. All right, they started to release the second bracket here. Arizona is the number 1 seed.
Playing Long Island University. Villanova gets in as an 8 seed.
Villanova against Utah State. I don't understand why.
I wish I had had this before at the start, man. I was in such a hurry.
Oh, dude, it's not that big a deal.
You know, I'm a perfectionist when it comes to this shit.
All right. I wish they would go in order 2, 3, 4, but they don't. All right, the 5-12, it's the traditional upset game. We got Wisconsin
Versus High Point.
versus High Point. Wow.
High Point, not many people have heard of High Point, but they're not a bad team.
Yeah, I'm not very familiar with High Point
It's not like
at all.
it's not like you're playing a high school, don't
It does.
it? Norman High School is number 4. Norman High School is number 12. Oklahoma versus Norman High School, 8-9.
All right, the team that just beat Oklahoma, not by much, by the way, who was also the SEC champion, tournament champion, Arkansas, the 4 seed. Playing Hawaii.
Hawaii. Not many people realize they put a hyphen between the 2 I's.
Right.
That's pretty good.
Why I
That's
said
pretty
Hawaii.
cool. Pretty cool that you put that on there.
All
These
right.
probably- These guys are ripping me off.
Yeah.
We're getting better numbers than you, jackass. Come over here. We're up to 50 people. We got
BYU, Texas,
Oh, that-
NC State.
Texas got to play that first that first 4 in 68 thing. They got to go to Dayton and play an extra game. So Texas is in, so it means Oklahoma's probably out.
Probably out. That's right.
That sucks dick, man.
That's
I
bullshit,
can't believe
man.
they put
I told
Texas
you it was
in,
going to
man.
happen. I knew it was going to happen.
What the fuck is wrong with them, man? We go by people how hot they are too. No, you don't. You don't.
No,
He
a
did
brand.
Alabama like that. They screwed Alabama like that one year. We had 23 wins, most wins ever of a Power 4 team not to get in.
It's a
They
brand
did
thing,
put Georgia
dude.
in over some. We had beat Georgia.
And
That's like
Missouri's
they already
in.
had the bracket planned. They already had the bracket planned almost.
Missouri's in too. Yeah,
Tell you who
Oklahoma.
don't need to be in. Let me tell you who needs to be in. Texas and Oklahoma deserve to be in, both of them, over Miami of Ohio. Seriously. Now, that's Miami of Florida, not
Yeah.
Miami of Ohio. Miami of Ohio is the big stink right now because they played no Power 4 teams and played 3 NAIA schools. Not Division 2, not Division 3, NAIA.
What's up, Sunshine?
Can we say Tallywhacker, please? Yeah, sure. Tallywhacker,
Yeah,
Tallywhacker.
Tallywhacker's in.
Tallywhacker.
I'm pissed, man.
I'm sorry. I said dick. She wants me to say Tallywhacker.
I'm so pissed, man.
We know there was a guy named Dick Clark once upon a time. I wonder what they did. They call him Tallywhacker Clark.
Tallywhacker Clark.
Should we call Dick Clark Tallywhacker Clark?
We can. That's funnier.
Actually, people named Dick out there.
That's funnier.
My grandfather's nickname was Dick. Dick is short for Richard too. I don't know where Kentucky is. They'll probably be in the next bracket.
They're definitely
If they leave Miami of Ohio out, man, I'll have respect for them because they don't deserve to be in. They don't. 2 MAC teams do not deserve to be in this tournament. If you can't win your MAC tournament, you don't deserve to be in. And they didn't even lose to Akron. They lost to Massachusetts.
Yeah.
Massachusetts, who was the 8th seed in their MAC tournament. They're 17 and 15. Massachusetts. Who
Unfortunately.
won the MAC? Did Akron end up winning the MAC?
You know what? I think they hold on.
About Peter. Yeah, Peter and Dick. You know, a lot of people are named Peter and Dick. It's funny how there's a lot of regular names out there that also reference the penis region of a man. Should I say penis? How about?
Yes, Akron won.
About Jack in the Box? Can we say that? All right, well, Akron should be in. They won. They got the automatic bid, but they should not get 2 MAC teams in. That's their fault that they couldn't handle a weak schedule.
I agree.
You can't win the MAC conference title. You don't deserve to be in. There's not 2 MAC teams in that league that deserve to be in. So they should put Texas and Oklahoma in. Auburn should be out. And Miami of Ohio should be out. They had a little debate today. The Auburn people were like, should Auburn be in or Miami of Ohio? Neither one of y'all should be in. Oklahoma should be in over both of y'all. Oklahoma's in the same conference as Auburn. They've won 8 out of the last 10. There better not be no Auburn in here without Oklahoma. Now, that would be really horse shit.
I'm gonna be so disappointed, man. Thank you there, Big Mike. I appreciate it.
I do have an Oklahoma hat too, by the way. It's up here on my wall. A little camouflage hat.
That is correct. The
Got
Crimson
my
Nation.
SEC. Got my SEC hat on. Trying to get the conference strong in here today.
I like that.
It's the only time I root for the SEC completely is in the tournament, just to piss off the Big Ten. I can't stand the Big Ten, boy. Stand it. Stupid ass Big Ten. We don't let people in our conference unless they got AAU status. Okay. Nebraska ain't got AAU no more. Why ain't y'all kicked them out yet? Liars.
That's ridiculous.
Notre Dame got AAU status. You know, they're not even a research institution. Wow, how'd that happen? Oh, I know why. Because Notre Dame's fixing to join the Big Ten.
Right.
We got our AAU. Okay. Yeah. Y'all liars. Y'all just lie.
All right. The bottom of the bracket's got to be coming up here.
The only team I don't want to see in here from the SEC is Auburn. They better not be in here.
Well, that's what I'm saying. We're about to find out.
They're 17 and 16, man. There's teams even in the Big Ten that deserve to be in over Auburn. They need to let Auburn. We need to vote Auburn out. Put them in Conference USA. That's where they belong with UAB. They have my state rival UAB. All right, Peckerhead. Where's the other bracket?
There we go.
There you go. Good boy. I'm gonna go check this dude out later. I'm gonna invite him on the show. See if he wants to do an interview with us. What do you think?
All right. I like it.
Rudy Wristlock in the
I
house.
like it.
Haven't seen that name before. Rudy Wristlock said F Texas.
Rudy, do us a favor. Subscribe to the channel, brother. We're going to bring you some OU sports, some Alabama sports, and little special events like this. That way you'll know when we go live. Check out the Outlaws channel. If you're an OU fan, you'll love it.
When this thing goes to podcast, do you think I should go back and clip out those guys at the beginning or no?
Probably. All right, here we go. Number 1 seed in the Midwest region is Michigan.
That's no surprise.
Yeah.
I sort of expected that. Did they beat Purdue today or they lost? I think they
I
lost.
didn't see.
I think Purdue upset them in the Big Ten title game. UMBC. Now, UMBC the significance of UMBC versus Howard. If you remember, UMBC, University of Maryland at Baltimore County, was the first team to ever win as a 16 seed. They beat Virginia. So maybe UMBC will pull the same shit. St. Louis. The Georgia Hedge pitchers are in. They're playing the St. Louis Billikens. I like nicknames.
All right, let's see what the upset game is going to be in this bracket.
Yeah, it happens every year too.
Texas Tech is the 5 seed. 12 is
Da-da-da-da-da.
speaking of MAC champions.
There it is. There's Akron.
All right, let's see if Alabama gets this 4 seed here. You expected a 4, didn't you?
A 3 or a 4.
Okay.
There it is.
There it is.
That Ole Miss loss dropped them to a 4 seed. I thought that's what I figured. The speculation was they might set us up with Troy. Hofstra
Hofstra.
from New York State. Sets up a possible Alabama-Texas Tech matchup. Right?
Yeah.
Who would we play next?
Yeah,
That's
it would be. It would be.
It's not bracketed like that, is it?
Yeah, it is. I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
Miami of Ohio.
God damn, man. I can't believe that, man. God, that is shit.
That's an Oklahoma spot too.
That I know that's a horseshit. That's Miami's Massachusetts cost Oklahoma a bid. That's horseshit, man.
Man, what a bullshit, dude.
What the F, man?
This is really
Let me tell you something.
man. This
Who would
sucks.
you rather see in that 11 seed first day in? Would you rather see Miami versus SMU, or would you rather see Oklahoma versus SMU?
I mean, dude, the way Oklahoma was playing at the end of the season, that's supposed to matter. The way you're playing at the end of the year.
And they rewarded Miami of Ohio for playing no one from the Power Four in 32 games. And
There's Kentucky for sunshine.
3 NAIA schools. 3. Santa Clara, that's a tough matchup. Santa Clara usually a pretty good team. They're in the same conference as Gonzaga.
Well, what bullshit, man.
That's horseshit, man.
That's
horseshit.
Out.
Y'all might could still be in.
There's only one more chance, Seatbelt Mafia, but I don't considering who's gotten in already. Texas is in, Miami of Ohio is in.
We don't know yet, Seatbelt. They hadn't done all the brackets yet. You got one more bracket over here. But Miami of Ohio being in, and then, I mean, you could deliberately take a loss in that conference so you get 2 teams in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because the MAC is happy that Miami of Ohio lost. That way they get 2 people in. Because Miami of Ohio wins the tournament, Akron don't get in. You see what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, no, for 100%.
The MAC completely wanted Miami of Ohio to lose in that conference tournament.
So
that's
pissed.
why conference tournament should not be the automatic. The automatic bid should go to the regular season champion. Because anybody can just up and win that shit, man. And look at Ole Miss. Ole Miss almost went all the way. They almost beat Arkansas the other day.
Yeah.
And they were 15 and 19.
God, man, what crap, man. This is crap, dude.
Iowa State versus Tennessee State. Now, Iowa State is a team I think you need to keep an eye on. They've been really hot. They've been blowing folks out there in the season. Cyclones. Man, Miami, Ohio shouldn't have been in, man. I don't give a shit if they were 31-1.
That sucks.
And definitely Texas shouldn't have been in either, man. If
No.
they're like what 5-5 in their last 10 games, 6-4 or some shit. Oklahoma's
Yeah, and
8-10.
And one of those losses, their second to last game of the season, came to Oklahoma. Like I don't like. I mean, man, such crap, man.
I wouldn't care if they put Oklahoma in as a 16 seed. They deserve to be in.
But that's the thing, man. I'd be fine with that too at this point, but they're not going to do it.
We don't know yet, Seatbelt. We'll see in just a second.
All right, we got 60 in the chat. If y'all haven't subscribed, hit that like button yet. Do us a favor. Do us a favor.
Next thing you know, they'll be putting Oklahoma State in too,
Right?
and Tulsa.
I'm bummed out,
They
man.
put Tulsa in too.
I'm just so bummed out right now.
I would have put Oklahoma State and Tulsa in before I put Miami of Ohio in. Just saying, man. It rubs me the wrong way because they preach this shit. You need to make sure you have a good strength of schedule. And then when you got shit like this happen, it's like, why? Why should we have a good strength of schedule, man? You're not going to reward us for it.
Yeah. I just don't understand how a team, granted, they lost 9 in a row, but the way they finished to win 8 of your last 10, I mean, damn, dude. And then a couple of wins in the SEC tournament. I'm surprised. I mean, I'm not surprised. I said they weren't going to get in, but damn, dude, to see it happen never makes it easy once it happens.
Well, not when you know that you're that close. You're just that close, man. And Texas, at the time, lost to a 12-19 Ole Miss team. They're 12-19, man.
Yeah.
Where's the other bracket at? What do you do?
I don't know what this dude is doing.
Go back down, bitch. They must be in a commercial break. We got one more bracket to go. So he'll scroll back down in a second, and he just did. So we'll be doing the last bracket here in a second. Hopefully Oklahoma will sneak in somewhere. Be nice to see him get that 10 spot down there. Or the 11. The 10 or the 11.
I'll take anything. Give us the play-in. There's one more play-in.
Just give us the 16 seed.
There's 2 more play-ins, right?
I don't know. I don't know how that works.
16 and the 11. I think that's what they've been doing.
I don't know how many play-ins I got. They keep doing this shit so stupid. All you gotta do is just invite 64 teams, man.
Right.
They don't want to do it. They want to try to be different. Shit. I'm sorry I got vulgar in here earlier, but man, that sort of pissed me off when I saw the Miami, Ohio shit for real.
Yeah, well, it's a real bummer. I mean, truly.
Now, there is a question, hey, wait a minute. Alabama, Oklahoma, and Auburn were supposedly the last 4 in and out. They may be trying to decide between those two.
By the way, we got 64 in here. Our YouTube audience is catching up with our X audience here. Hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button.
Yeah, surprisingly, for some reason, basketball does really good on X.
Well, YouTube is catching up here real quick. I don't know what's taking Goober. Here we go. Florida's number 1.
That's surprising. Now, I thought Florida would slip to 2 after the way they lost to Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt blew them out.
Yeah. Vanderbilt, a team, Oklahoma, that started their
Streak.
Yeah.
They beat Vanderbilt at home. I mean, at Vanderbilt. They beat them in Nashville. Prairie View A&M.
Prairie View. You always gotta love Prairie View on the betting line.
There's the play-in.
There's
Lehigh.
the play-in. It's not Oklahoma.
Prairie View, Lehigh. Next play-in would be the 6-11 down there, I guess.
Yeah, it's gonna be the 11 seed.
Clemson and Iowa.
But give us the 12. I don't care.
Yeah, rematch with Vanderbilt.
Right? But it won't be.
Oh, Vanderbilt got this curse of the 5. McNeese State, yeah, you gotta watch out for McNeese State for real. Now they won from that spot a couple years ago. Alabama played McNeese earlier in the season. There's Nebraska.
They're really going to do it, man. They're going to put Texas in over Oklahoma. I knew it.
Nebraska started really hot this year. They went started out like 19-0 or some shit, 20-0.
They're really going to do it, though. They're going to put Texas in over
There's
Oklahoma.
Troy. So there's Troy to 13. There was rumors that they was going to put them at 13 and put them against Alabama to get a unique matchup. The in-state schools. North Carolina gets a 6 seed. That'd be nice for Oklahoma to be playing them.
Won't happen.
Yep, it's not Oklahoma. Fucking vote. They put VCU in.
Well, you got one more team. Should have been, at least. I thought. I thought the 11 was a play-in.
Thought it was too. Guess not.
Oh, well.
Unless he skipped it by accident.
That sucks, man.
Penn. Illinois and Penn. You're watching Ivy League schools now. They'll get you in that first round. Ask Auburn. Yale beat them.
Well, I think you're going to get your Auburn wish.
Auburn definitely don't need to be in.
Yeah. They're out.
Texas A&M.
Oklahoma just killed them in the tournament. Just beat them by 20.
Yeah, that's crazy, ain't it? Where's that? I thought there was supposed to be another play-in game.
And they're not ranked, so I don't understand why. You know, they're not ranked, so why do they get in over Oklahoma? They're like they just lost to them by 20.
Your hometown got in, Houston.
Yeah. Oh well, they got screwed.
You can play. You can root for Houston.
Completely screwed.
I thought there was another play-in game, man. He fucked up, man. There's supposed to be something inside that VCU.
Yeah, I don't get it.
So,
Man,
did they just decide before the tournament? I think they decided before the SEC tournament ever started who they were taking. They had to because Texas got in and they looked horrible against Ole Miss.
It seems like it, man. I mean, this is ridiculous, dude. Like the way that they finished the year, like anyone that knows anything about sports would look at a team like that and say they deserve to be in. And you're gonna keep them out, and you're gonna put in Texas and Texas A&M, two teams that they just beat both of those teams' asses. Texas not nearly as bad as A&M. They just beat A&M's ass by 20 in the flipping tournament. A&M's not a ranked team. What makes A&M's? I bet you their record's pretty damn close to Oklahoma's record. I don't get it, man.
I think they
I
already
don't
have
understand
decided.
why this is the only 11 seed game that he doesn't have two teams in the 11 seed. Every other bracket, every other region of the bracket that this guy's has there's been two teams in the 11 seed spot. So I don't understand.
I'm gonna look it up.
Yeah, we didn't get in. For sure.
All right, now, yeah, they don't. For some reason they don't have an 11 versus 11 seed in that one. I don't see how Virginia Commonwealth got in. How did Virginia Commonwealth get in? They didn't even win their conference tournament. They won them. They won them. One of the mid card conferences. I would have put Oklahoma in over VCU. Oklahoma versus North Carolina would have been much bigger. I mean, I'm not even an Oklahoma fan. I would much rather watch Oklahoma and North Carolina than VCU, North Carolina. Sounds like some kind of homecoming game or some shit.
I don't understand how Texas still makes it. I mean, dude, the bias for them is just so flipping frustrating, dude.
I think they put them in last year.
Frustrating.
Last year they were 17 and 14. They put them mugs in. 17 and 14. They put them in last year. They did that shit. They did it last year. They gotta be paying some. They gotta be paying some people. I guarantee you, they decided before the SEC tournament started what teams they were going to take, unless someone like Ole Miss went on a run and won the whole thing, which almost happened. But unless Oklahoma or these other teams went on a run and won the automatic bid, they had already decided what teams they were going to take from the SEC. They did not give any credence to that tournament. That's why they don't need to play them. As regular season champs should be the automatic bid. There shouldn't be no damn tournaments. Period.
I swear to God, I'm not joking when I say it. I really wish the SEC would really just go ahead and fucking leave all of these and leave the NCAA. Just break off, screw the Big Ten, snipe a couple of more teams that you want because you know nobody's going to turn the SEC down and hit the bricks. And then you never have to worry about shit like this again.
That's what I'd do. I'd go and secede and form my own league, and we go out and maybe we got 16 teams. I'm sure we could find 8 to 16 more teams to join us.
Absolutely.
From the Big 12 and the ACC.
100%.
We'd go over and take.
And you might be able to snipe a couple of Big Ten teams. You never know.
Yeah,
might not be Ohio State or Michigan, but you might get a Oregon if you wanted them.
You might even be able to lure Notre Dame over.
You know, maybe.
Now I know USC and Michigan haven't been too happy with the Big Ten about that equity shit or whatever they was talking about. USC was talking about going independent. Bring old Linky boy in.
Well, I don't think that's. I mean that's fine. They can go independent, and then I say you screw them just like you do Notre Dame. Just don't play them. Just don't schedule. What are they going to do?
We could take 8 teams from the Big 12 Mountain West area. Take 4 from the Big 12 and 4 from the Mountain West, and then take about 4 more from maybe 4 to 8 from the ACC, and go to a 32-team league and leave out the Big Ten completely.
Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely.
You ain't really got to go to 32. You can just go to 24. You just go out and pick up 8 more teams and go to a 24-team league. Just call it
pissed, man.
Just call it the College Football Alliance, like they did back in the 80s when they got mad at Bear Bryant and they got mad at Oklahoma and Georgia for making them have more TV rights. NCAA didn't like that shit, boy. They had an axe to grind with Alabama and Oklahoma for a long time over that TV shit. back in the 80s. Remember, for a little while, it's called the CFA. They need to bring the CFA back. College Football Alliance. Leave the mugs.
I'm so angry, dude.
It's pretty bitch of a Debbie Downer. For sure.
I mean,
Considering Texas. Yeah, I know they had some quality wins early in their season, but you're supposed to go by the full body of work. At least they claim they do. They beat Alabama on the road. Okay. Big deal. They also lost to Ole Miss on a neutral floor.
I actually have the March Madness feed here, but it's not live. Never mind. Okay, I'm trying to find this one that shows the whole bracket. There we go.
I got one right here, but damn. Look.
I'm just so annoyed, man. I'm so annoyed. But the Barn Monkeys didn't make it either.
They definitely didn't deserve to be in. Then got hot over here and got the coffee. Gets me wired up.
Yeah, I think Tennessee is in, Big Orange.
The Tennessee got in.
I don't remember what seed they are, but they...
Nowhere.
They're a 6 seed, Big Orange. Yeah, there you go.
Yep.
Well, you know,
y'all play SMU because Ohio sucks. Huh? What'd you say about Tennessee?
No, I'm saying Tennessee made it as a 6 seed, but I was just saying I hope the SEC wins it, man. What can I say? You know, Oklahoma's not going to make it. That sucks. I think it's bullshit, but, you know, the SEC's got some good teams in it, and I hope Alabama wins it.
Yeah. Alabama ain't playing too well here lately.
Georgia does have a good baseball team.
Yeah, we don't do a lot of baseball in here, but we might. We're thinking about doing some LSU baseball games.
We'll definitely do some World Series games.
We might do some Tennessee games. They got a pretty good team. Didn't Tennessee win the national title in baseball?
Yeah, not too long ago. Yeah, a couple of years ago. They did. They won it, and I think Ole Miss won it the year after. Or maybe they won it after Ole Miss. I don't know, something like that.
I know Ole Miss and Mississippi State won it back to back, and then Vanderbilt won it, and Tennessee won it.
Yeah, the SEC pretty much owns college baseball.
And it's not just one team doing it. We got 6 or 7 teams that do it.
Yeah, a lot of teams.
That's why we're better than the Big Ten. They got 2 teams.
South Carolina's had a back-to-back baseball championship team.
Yep, South Carolina too.
That was a while back, but they were good.
Yep. South Carolina too. Until Indiana won the national title this year.
Hey,
what?
I was just going to say, did you see this comment? Just do what Big Orange said. What do you think about them dogs taking the series against Tennessee baseball today?
I don't know. I didn't even know they were playing, to be honest with you. I mean, what?
You generally like it anytime Tennessee loses. Does it matter if that's a good question, dude. Hedge the between Tennessee and Georgia, who do you want to lose more?
It's a hard one. I used to not have a disdain for Georgia until the last couple of years. I started acting stupid. They won a couple of national titles and they ain't like they've been doing it forever. We won back to back. Okay. Alabama's done that 4 or 5 different times. Oklahoma's done that 2 or 3 times.
The Hedge
Shit.
Pickles.
Y'all won a national title for the first time since 1980. Y'all needed to win back to back and make up for y'all's absence. Shit.
Oh, I don't doubt Georgia can mash the ball, man. I don't doubt that at all.
We don't like to give Georgia compliments.
Yeah, we're just not.
They're the hedge pissers in here. We call them the hedge
I don't
pissers.
think they're lacking compliments by any means.
What about your Tennessee softball team? You're talking about your baseball team. Your softball team's number 1, man. I'm just wondering because, I was watching a game from Tennessee the other day and there was barely any people there watching it. Y'all not support your number 1 softball team? Just curious.
Do the Vol fans like the softball team too, or do they only like the men's team, the baseball team, and
Y'all
football?
missing out.
And basketball.
Y'all missing out, man. Softball's a lot faster and a lot more exciting than baseball. Just to me. That might not be the case for everybody.
I think that's I don't think anyone can deny that. It's a faster game. It's just got more action. It's just more action. And listen, I am a college baseball fan. I was at LSU when we were winning all those championships in the 90s. I used to hang out with those guys from the 97 team that set the record that still stands today for home runs in a season. I love college baseball. But when it comes to watching softball versus baseball, softball's more fun. It's just got more action. If you care, if you don't like the teams, it's not going to be fun for you. If you don't care.
He says he likes baseball better.
That's fine. I
think it's because you haven't really watched softball. If you really get in there and watch, because I didn't like softball either until I started watching it.
Me either.
I started watching, I realized that it was much more up tempo.
I started watching it just being a Homer fan, and then the more I watched it, and the funny thing is, what made me realize it was continuing to watch college baseball. And I would watch a baseball game and be like, damn, this is kind of dragging a little bit. And it would not be a 1-0 score either. There'd be some offense. It's just the offense is so far between.
See, Tennessee's won a national title in baseball, not softball. See, so that's the way it is with Oklahoma. They won a bunch in softball, so they're going to support that softball more.
That is true. There's no doubt about that.
If Oklahoma starts winning in baseball, they'll probably start supporting baseball. Yeah.
Well, I think there's some low key support for it already, but yeah, they gotta win in the postseason when it counts.
Yeah, didn't your coach leave for a Major League Baseball team or something?
What's that?
Tennessee's coach left them a few years ago or last year. Did he leave for a Major League Baseball job?
I'm pretty sure.
Big Orange, where did your coach go?
What Major League team, what MLB team did your coach go to? I know he did because I heard a Tennessee
The Giants.
Player.
San Francisco Giants.
Yeah.
That's the first time I ever seen them do that. Usually the pro baseball teams don't go after college coaches. And the NFL do it, but usually Major League Baseball don't do that.
Supposedly, from what I understand, Tennessee fans are like not that pissed off about it, for somehow they're okay with it, kind of like.
But it's a pro team, so
didn't want to lose him, but might be okay with it. Is that true?
I mean, it ain't like when Lane Kiffin left and went to another college.
No.
You know, That was different. That was like a lateral move. That was a slap in the face. And Lane just jabbed him right in the gut. Don't feel bad, Big Orange. He done it to Ole Miss too. And he might do it to LSU before it's all said and done. Who knows? We'll see. I think he's run out of college stops, though. The only place else for Lane to go is go back to the NFL, in my opinion. He may. If he does good at LSU, he may end up going to be head coach for the Saints or something. Killer would like that.
It could. You never know.
I think he'd fit in the NFL.
Yeah, I could see that.
He got it too early at the Raiders, man. Plus that owner, he was an asshole. It's like pick your poison. Lane Kiffin's an asshole. Al Davis is an asshole. So
They definitely were not a good fit for each other. You know. And he was younger.
he was way too young for that job. He was like what, 32?
Yeah, he was way too young.
Some of the players were older than him.
A lot of the players were older than him. I bet. You know? And even the ones that weren't necessarily older than him, even the ones that were like his age or maybe 1 year younger than him, like you're not looking at him like, you know, like anything. Yeah, Tennessee fans know all about Lane Kiffin for sure.
So do you see an upset in these 5 seeds or anywhere on this bracket that he's showing?
Well, I don't know much about High Point. You say they're a pretty good team, so I think Wisconsin was a little inconsistent this year for some reason. I know that. I don't know much about Northern Iowa though, but you know, man, like history for some reason tells you you usually get at least one of those as an upset.
I would not be surprised if North Dakota State upset Michigan State from the 14th spot.
Michigan State, huh? Michigan State is always a tough tournament team under Tom Izzo, man.
Yep. That's why it would be a surprise. North Dakota State. The obvious,
Yeah,
the obvious one.
McNeese, I could see McNeese over Vanderbilt.
Now, that's the obvious one right there. That's the one that sticks out. That one in Akron over Texas Tech, maybe.
Yeah, I don't know how good Texas Tech's team actually. I didn't really see them play this year, so I don't know how good they
It'd
are.
probably be Hofstra over Alabama.
No. I mean, honestly though, you're in a pretty good bracket overall. Don't you think?
Yeah. Looks like it's SEC heavy though. Like they're trying to make us take each other out. If I got the brackets looking right. Got Georgia and Alabama and Tennessee and Kentucky over all on the same side. That's bullshit.
So Big Orange, maybe you have a little bit of animosity towards Vitello, huh? I
Kentucky.
would.
You could see a Kentucky and Virginia match, second round. That'd be pretty good.
Kentucky, Virginia.
Yeah. Virginia won title a couple years back.
All right. So the 1 seeds were Duke, Florida, Michigan, and who was the other number 1 seed? Duke, Florida, Michigan. Oh man, who was the other one? Shit.
UConn.
Yes. Well, yeah, it was UConn. Are any of the number 1 seeds? Is Duke going to win this thing? That's the first question. Is this going to be a year where we have mostly chalk? Because, you know, every once in a while you get a year where there's a lot of chalk that goes through the tournament. Not a lot of upsets.
I hate it when that happens.
You know? It's chalky, and I'm not talking about my third grade teacher's erasers.
Look, Florida's got a 1 seed and they got 7 losses. I don't know, man. I don't know if they deserve that 1 seed, but hey, they had to give one to an SEC school, I guess.
Yeah. Did
Duke right now to me, if I was going to bet on somebody to win, I probably would be Duke.
they're playing pretty well? That's why I asked if Duke was going to win this thing.
I think UConn. Here's the amazing thing. Amazing thing is of the top seeds, only Duke won their tournament.
Is that right?
Florida lost, Michigan lost to Purdue, and UConn lost to St. John's.
Oh, that's funny.
And they all got 1 seeds. That's
And
why
they
I
all get
think
one season. I don't
they
understand,
had that
man.
shit planned. They had it planned before it ever happened.
It has to be, dude. There's no way all of them get a 1 seed and all of them lose unless that was pre-planned. I really think you're right about that.
It really pisses me off too. I don't like that shit, man. I know you got to do a little pre-planning because it's such a big field, but you ain't got to be so damn obvious about it. And you don't allow for any gray area with bubble teams like Texas and Oklahoma. There should have been some gray area there. And Miami of Ohio. There
No,
should
it's
not be
Arizona.
too
Arizona is not UConn. It's Arizona's the number 1 seed. UConn's a 2.
Okay.
Arizona. But did Arizona win the Big 12?
I don't know. If Arizona won, they'd be the only 1 seed that won the tournament. The other 3 lost. What'd be funny is, Siena. I've heard of Siena before. And Siena's usually not this low as a seed. They usually get a 14 or 13. They got a 16. That'd be pretty funny if Siena beat Duke. So we've had it happen, twice now? 16 seeds won.
Yeah.
I know Maryland, Baltimore County did it first. They beat Virginia. And someone else, I think, did it.
I do think there are 2 number 1 seeds that have lost at this point. There's also a number 2 and a 15. I think the Richmond Spiders beat Syracuse as a 15 and a 2 seed back in like the early 90s, if I remember correctly.
I remember one year Santa Clara did it to Arizona as a 15.
Yeah,
that's why you
that's
don't
right.
see Santa Clara. You don't see Santa Clara as a 15 seed anymore.
That's right.
They don't want them beating their top seeds that early.
That's
They put them up.
exactly right.
They put them up at a 12. See, there they are right there. They're number 10 this year. They don't put them down at 15 anymore. They'll fuck that shit up for them. It'll be busted to hell and back.
That's a fact,
You
man.
gotta be careful what you put on that 16 and 15. You don't want your 1s and 2s going out in the first round.
No, I agree. I'm still just tripping over the fact that they're really gonna kick OU out, man. And also that Texas is in. Like, I wouldn't be nearly as mad about Oklahoma not being in if Texas wasn't in. I mean, what a load of crap.
Texas definitely doesn't deserve to be in. Them and Miami of Ohio, both of them should have been out.
Texas just,
They'll come back with, well, Miami, Ohio won 31 games. Yeah, but they ain't played nobody.
it's
At all.
all just about their brand. That's all it is,
Well,
man.
now you'll say they didn't play nobody. There'll be like 1 or 2 Power 4 teams that just weren't that good that they played. That's not even on there. They didn't play any Power 4 teams.
Yeah,
0.
yeah.
As in 0.
It's unbelievable, man. It's unbelievable.
I didn't know you was allowed to play NAIA schools and it count on your record.
You shouldn't.
I thought there was exhibitions.
All right, what do we think in the chat? Anyone upset about a team not getting in? Anyone upset about a team that did get in?
I'm sure
That's
Auburn's
right,
melting
yeah.
down right now. Auburn was melting down before it ever happened. bitching at
Yeah, Auburn's gonna be
somebody
pissed.
here. They 17-16. They don't deserve to be in. I don't care if you lost to Duke 16 times. You ain't gonna get in with 16 losses, man.
They're gonna be so upset.
They were melting down on Twitter the other day, man. I went there and attacked a bunch of them. They're talking stupid shit. Nate Oates didn't even win a game in the SEC tournament, and we did. Like, y'all retarded, man. Y'all won one game in the SEC tournament, and then you lost. You think you're supposed to be in now? Over Alabama? Alabama's ranked, man.
I'm watching there's a Barn Monkey live going on right now. And they're not happy.
That's
That's
we
so
want to come
funny.
over here. Tell me we want to tell me we want to interview him over here on the Outlaw Posse. Ask them they want to come over here for an interview. In the comments section. Get him in here.
Let me see it.
So there's this Alabama goof over here that said that y'all shouldn't even be in the NIT, you losers. Congratulations on playing UAB in the first round on the road in Birmingham. Hey,
All right, I'm gonna do it.
and not only did Alabama get in, Troy got in. Troy got in. Oh, shit. Troy's right down there by Auburn, too. Oh, it's got a sting. Damn, y'all the third best team in the state, or maybe the fourth. They're the fourth best team in the state. UAB and Troy's better than Auburn.
Oh, that's funny, man.
Troy got in.
Well,
Troy's playing Nebraska.
that's right. We need, man. God, dude, it's just.
We're rooting for Troy. I hope Troy beats Nebraska. And Alabama wins. I'm like, damn, man. I couldn't even go to the NIT. Watch them. They'll turn it down. They'll be like, we turned that down. I'm like, nah, you didn't. We lied.
Oh, absolutely.
Y'all lying. NIT turned y'all down. Stop lying.
What about these? You see any upsets in the?
I wish we had the whole bracket in front of us.
That's
See
what I was
what-
trying to find.
We get a whole bracket because this guy's not going to show us the whole bracket.
That's what I was trying to find right now, actually.
Join the Discord. Got another NIL commission there. That dude right there looks like an NIL commission. Well, NIL commission, boy, he swore about it Discord. Shit got him shut down, too. Told him to quit messing with that Discord, man. He wouldn't listen to me.
Yeah.
I'm like, YouTube don't like Discord. This guy right here, yeah. He's not using his Discord to hijack anything, though. See, what NIL commission was doing is he was hijacking them with the Discord, like the Arabic people do.
Right.
And he got his channel shut down. He keeps asking me, why ain't y'all getting shut down? Well, we're not directly hijacking it. We're just hijacking the hijacker.
Trying to see if I can. Oh wait, here we go. Oh damn.
We are the amoeba on top of the flea.
This has the whole bracket. but-
Anybody in the gallery that's watching or listening, drop a comment. Let us know who your upset specials are. Who do you think is going to be the champion? Maybe give us your final four. X people, show us you got a voice. I rarely see any of you X people talking.
Yeah, they don't talk a lot. I don't know why.
Don't be
You're
scared.
right.
They may have to go out and go into YouTube to do it. I don't know. I don't know how that shit works. Oh, that's right. You already showed me that's not the case. Because you commented from X. Right?
What's that?
You commented from X, so it's not that hard.
Yeah, that's right.
Y'all don't be scared now. I Am Sooner says, hey, me and March Madness sucks. Stop watching years back. I don't know. I like watching March Madness. Even when Alabama's not in, I like them first round upsets, man. That's always what I watch for. And then after, what's funny is when it gets down to about Elite Eight and stuff, if Alabama's not in, I'll stop watching it. But them first round upsets is what I watch it
Oh,
for.
dude, I got something.
Yeah, y'all don't go away. Killer Breeze is cooking
No,
something.
never mind.
Never mind. Killer Breeze not cooking no more.
Hold on. Can you use a short that doesn't? It's just a static screen.
Yeah, you can. I can just pause it.
Hold on. Maybe I do have something.
Don't burn the toast. Give us y'all's upset specials in the comment section. Who is going to be the surprise team to make it to the Sweet 16? Who could pull 2 upsets back to back? You can't see the rest of the bracket because
You won't be
Mr.
able to see it.
Green Hat Opie Taylor over here won't show us the rest of it. You got an Opie Taylor hat on. That shit looks just like that hat on Mayberry.
Yeah.
Or that kid on what's that show called? That TV show, not TV show, it's a movie. Sandlot. Remember the guy on Sandlot that was a little nerdy and
Yeah.
they give him that hat? It looks like the Sandlot hat.
I like the Sandlot.
I love Sandlot. I'd done something that put us in the biggest pickle. They put us in the biggest pickle of all time. Knocked that damn ball over there with Baby Ruth. Some girl.
That's just such a great show.
He's like, here's my dad's ball. Some famous woman was on it named Baby Ruth.
Yeah.
It's like Babe Ruth. Ah! Man, I would whoop that kid's ass. I ain't gonna lie to you. I would get a switch and wear his ass out if he got my Babe Ruth ball and took it out to play with it.
So the first 4 out were Oklahoma was the first one out, Auburn was second, San Diego State third, and Indiana was fourth.
The other 3 are legit. I'm not saying this because I like Oklahoma too. I'm saying it because it legitimately sucks that Texas got in considering what they did the last 10 games.
Texas and Miami of Ohio, last 4 in. It's such bullshit, man.
They had that shit predetermined. There's no way that the back should be rewarded for their best team not winning their conference.
Well, they were showing
rewarded.
the same last 4 in and out before the selection show. That's exactly what they were already showing. How would they already know exactly what it was?
Exactly. They rewarded Miami of Ohio. They rewarded the MAC conference for their champion not being the champion. It's crazy to me. You rewarded Miami of Ohio for losing. They didn't just lose in the championship game. They lost like in the first round to Massachusetts. They didn't lose to Akron. They lost to UMass, who was 17-15.
Should we play this last 4 in, first 4 out segment that just went 16 minutes ago where they try to explain it?
You can if you want to. We're playing with house money right now. I didn't expect to get this many people in here, to be honest with you. Oh, about 10 or 15 people showed up, but 60 people showed up.
Let's do that. Let's
Do
do
it.
that. Hold on a
Do it,
second.
do it. Did OU and Bama win in softball today? Yes, they did. OU ruled the Auburn Monkeys again, 2 out of 3 times. Alabama beat Arkansas 4-1 in the rubber match.
I'm trying to get these comments off. All right, can you see that?
Yeah.
All right. Y'all listen to this. For those of y'all in the chat, this is going to be the explanation for the last 4 in and the first 4 out, which you can clearly see is going to piss us off.
Attention now to the last 4 teams that made the tournament and the 4 teams that ended up in the first 4 out, close but not making the field. Seth, is there a team that was left out that you feel should have made it? And if so, who would you take out?
I got to tell you, this was the exact 37 at-larges that I had on my board. I know there was some fluctuation, but I've been saying that I felt like there was more consensus this year than I'm used to in the past. You know, with respect to Oklahoma and Auburn, Oklahoma only 4 quad 1 wins, Auburn only 4 quad 1 wins. And then I think Auburn losing at home to Ole Miss was a quad 3 loss. They win that game, I think they're in.
That turned out to be a better game than what people thought it was going to be because Ole Miss did so well in the SEC tournament. You know, Auburn won 3 champions this year. They beat Florida, they beat St. John's, and they beat Arkansas. They played the toughest schedule in the country. Don't know they were rewarded for it. It's hard to get another couple of SEC teams in when the SEC already has 10.
Yeah, and I think the losses, when you look at, we've not had a team 1 over 500 overall make the field as an at-large. We've had a couple that were 2 over 500, and they had a similar strength of schedule. So I think it was just the accumulation of losses that negated some of the big wins that Auburn has, because the first criteria is wins and losses. And I think that ultimately did Auburn.
And again, the results metrics, Auburn is 44th in wins above bubble. That's kind of right on that cut line. Even a couple of notches above would have helped. But the bottom line, we always said, if you put yourself on the bubble, you put the game in the hands of the refs.
There's no question. You got to either win your way in or lose your way out. For me, you always say, okay, if you're going to put one in, who would you take out? For me, SMU with a 191 out of conference strength of schedule. That I don't know that they should have been rewarded. They only won 5 games away from home. And for me, it would have been either Oklahoma or Auburn taking that last spot.
All right. Sorry you had to watch it all. All right.
What a load of shit, man.
We've learned a lot about YouTube. That's why we're
in there. He had to sneak Auburn in there. It should have been Oklahoma Auburn. It should have just been Oklahoma. I just explain it to you, Bruce. It's the accumulation of losses, man. Wake Forest, Wake Forest played a hell of a schedule, but they lost 17 games. Wake Forest had a better strength of schedule than you, probably. Why didn't Wake Forest get in? They played a tough schedule. That's my son that y'all left out. What?
I just don't get it, man. I just don't get it.
Well, I wasn't aware that SMU had only won 5 games at home this year.
Me either.
Why they put SMU in, man? Well, they're in the SEC. They're in the ACC conference. Oh, okay. Well, Oklahoma's in the SEC. Well, the SEC, you say one thing is right. They didn't put 10 of us in. They didn't want to put 11 in.
Yeah, man.
But if 11 deserve to be in, don't you supposed to put the most deserving teams in there? I'm just saying, man. The Miami of Ohio thing, they did not even expound on. I'm like, why are y'all ignoring that shit, man?
Yeah.
Oh, they're 31-1. That's why. Well,
yeah,
man, but they didn't play not jack shit, man.
Yeah, it just makes me so angry.
Now, I know Miami of Ohio has 1 loss, man. I understand that. But 31 of their wins come against nobody. They did not play not one single Power 4 team, not one. Not even the dregs of the bottom of the conference or Cincinnati from the Big 12. They could have played Cincinnati, who's in state. They usually play Cincinnati, don't they?
Yeah.
Every year in football. Why didn't they play them in basketball?
They do, man.
So they had 3 NAIA schools on their schedule, Mr. John. That's not right, man. I don't care if you go 33-0. If you play a bunch of NAIAs and Division IIIs and MAC schools, you don't deserve to be in because you didn't even attempt to play one tough game.
Yeah. They
could have played there's numerous teams around them. If it's a travel issue, they could play Villanova. Ain't very far from them. Villanova's not that hard this year.
Yeah. I mean, they just I think it just goes back to what you said, man. They just pick what they want. And I mean, because when they give the explanations are stupid. You know, they just make you more angry.
They do it on purpose. I think they're trolling us.
You know? Yes, I am Sooners. OU and Bama won in softball today.
Yeah, I already told him.
Oh, my bad.
I told him the scores too. I think it's pretty funny that Auburn got run ruled twice. That means that they're a mid-card team in softball too, just like basketball and football. Y'all mid-carders. Y'all belong in
the Big 12.
That's what I was going to say. You must be thinking just like me. They need to be over with Oklahoma State. They would fit right in.
Yeah, man. They could go dominate the Big 12.
They beat Baylor on the road. They could probably dominate. Baylor was one of their quality wins last year. Just so you know, Auburn, if you're out there listening, not only did Alabama got in, but Troy got in. And they're right down the road from you. About an hour down the road, Troy is going to be playing in March Madness, and your Nepo Hire is not going to be playing. He might not even get an NIT bid.
It's going to be interesting. I really want to see how these teams. If Texas loses in the very first round and get their asses kicked, it's going to make me even angrier. I mean, really. And Miami of Ohio too.
I'd rather them get beat though, so it proves our point. See, they ain't belong.
You're right. You're right about that.
And they will be playing a play-in team, right?
Yes. Texas is a play-in team.
Mm-hmm.
Miami of Ohio is a play-in team.
Well, at least they give them that disrespect. They put them in the play-in bracket. They have to go to Dayton Tuesday. We might could do that game. We ought to do that game and just grill the shit out of Texas.
We should. I'm down for that. I'm definitely down for that.
Who are they playing again?
They are playing the bracket. I can't see the bracket very well. Hold on.
We have to enlarge it.
I don't know how to make it bigger, actually. Hold on. Maybe I can do this. No. Shit, this is a terrible bracket I have up there right now.
It says here, Longhorns will face NC State in Dayton.
Oh, wow.
NC State. I hope NC State spanks their ass.
I'm pulling for NC State big time.
We're gonna be going live for all you NC State people out there. I'm gonna send a bunch of shit to the Wolfpack websites and get them on our channel.
Definitely.
Because in North Carolina State, man, they got some history. They've won national title before. The famous Jim Valvano game.
That's right. That's a great game, actually.
They're playing in New Mexico. I remember it was in Albuquerque, New Mexico. I think they were playing Akeem Olajuwon's team.
That's right.
Houston.
That arena in New Mexico is pretty cool, by the way. It's built down into the ground. So, like, when you walk in street level, but you're at the top of the arena, and you. That's
crazy.
It's pretty
sort of
awesome.
sounds like Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt's got a weird arena that's like that. It's in the ground a little bit, but there's shits in the back. You get your benches are in the end zones.
Oh, really?
At Vanderbilt. You ever seen that shit? It's weird.
I haven't. That's one of the few places I haven't been in the SEC.
Vanderbilt's basketball stadium is they don't have the players and the coaches on the sidelines. They got them in the end zones of the basketball stadium. It's weird.
Sue Ellen coming strong. She says VCU over UNC, Northern Iowa over St. John's, and High Point over Wisconsin. Are all of those 5-12 games? I know the High Point Wisconsin game is a 5-12, and I think Northern Iowa is a 5-12 also. So I'm gonna guess VCU is a, and I know it is actually. It's a 5 versus a 12.
There it is right here. I don't know if you can see it or not.
There you go.
The significance is the winner advances to the field of 64 to play number 6 BYU. Texas is coming off. Not only did they lose to Ole Miss, they lost by double digits to Ole Miss and still made the tournament. That's crazy, man. Wasn't even close.
Oh, it makes me so angry.
It's like Greg Sankey called the NCAA and said, look, these are the teams I want in. If y'all give me 10, I'll just go ahead and commit to being Texas. Texas they got the most money. We don't want to piss them off because they might cry and leave and go to the Big Ten like they threatened to do.
Oh, they will. They'll cry. They'll cry a lot.
Watch and see. I'm calling right now. If the SEC talks about seceding, because they were talking about today, that Texas wouldn't be in favor of that because it would affect them negatively somehow. Can't remember the reasoning behind it, but Texas does not want the SEC to, break off. So what would happen? Texas, maybe even Texas A&M, would both leave and go to the Big Ten.
Yeah. Well, that'd be fine with me.
No more Red River rivalry.
No, they'd keep that game. That game would stay. That game, I can't imagine that game ever goes away. Although,
if they were in two completely different leagues that they were not.
Yeah, that's right.
It'd be like back in the old days, the AFL and NFL before they merged.
That's true. That's true. And I mean, honestly, I sit here and say that that game wouldn't go away, but I never thought the Nebraska game was going to go away.
I know Texas has had slight upper hand on y'all here lately, but I guarantee you Texas would be in favor of not playing that game. They don't want to play y'all.
No, I think that's right.
I think they know that eventually it's going to turn. That worm's going to turn like it always does.
Well, it gets it's definitely in the last 25 years.
Y'all's worm is a lot longer usually.
Yeah.
They don't like that shit, man. They like we're used to dominating Texas A&M.
It's true. They have dominated A&M for the most part. I mean, but you're right. The numbers will eventually turn if it stays the way it's been for the last 50 plus years. It's been one way for the most part.
I don't know if Alabama making the Final Four, but I hope you're right. But I don't have much confidence in this team. They have no rebounding, and their defense is suspect. And it would not surprise me if Alabama got knocked out in the second round if they played Texas Tech. It would not surprise me if Texas Tech beat Alabama.
Then again, if they get hot,
that's true. That's true. That's what they did that one year. They went into that tournament with 11 losses when they made the Final Four a couple of years ago.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
I think Villanova owns the record for the most losses with a title. They had 11 losses that year. They won it with Massimino.
Yeah.
What was it? Jay Wright.
Jay Wright, I think.
Both times they won it up there. Well, they might not have had a bad record with Jay Wright. I know with Massimino, they had 11 losses.
No, they had good records with Jay Wright.
That's right.
They had good records with Jay Wright. They were legit.
At Georgetown, had beat them 3 times that year.
Yeah.
And then they beat them in that 4th game. All that hard work for nothing. Georgetown didn't get shit. Georgetown won 1 title in the 3 years they had Patrick Ewing. I think they were in the title game all 3 years and lost 2 of them. They lost that first one to Michael Jordan in North Carolina. and then they won the second one, and then the last one they lost, I think, to Villanova. Or it might have been switched around. They might have been. Yeah, I think they were going for a repeat that year, and they lost to Villanova.
Villanova was 83, right? No, 82. No, 84.
I think he's right.
85.
83, 84, somewhere on there.
No, Villanova, I think, was 85.
We
I
can-
think Villanova was 85. I think Georgetown was 84, and I think NC State was 83.
I'm gonna look it up just for
I'm
those that are
saying
curious.
84 might have been Louisville. 84 might have been Louisville. But I'm saying 85 is Villanova, 83 is NC State, and 84 is either Louisville or Georgetown.
All right. I'm looking something up.
Maybe Louisville was 82.
All right. You with me?
Yeah,
Or you gotta go?
I got to go in about 15 minutes, but I'm with
You
you.
see that? You see that?
Kinda.
It's too small.
It's a little small.
Fuck.
It's all right. I can get through it.
How about that? How about now?
There you go.
1939, Oregon was the first national champion. Let's see. Indiana, Wisconsin, Stanford, Wyoming, Utah. There's your second favorite team, Oklahoma State.
Yeah, they repeated.
They repeated. They went back and claimed the title in 1945. I think they got their basketball team mixed up with their football team.
Yeah, right.
That's back when it was played through the NIT. A lot of people don't realize the NIT named the national champion up until like 1960 or some shit. It's played in New York every year. You see, it says New York. 1949 is when I guess they started branching off a little bit. I don't know which one you want to see. 83, 84.
Yeah, I go to that 83, 84, 85.
There's that famous UCLA run. From
Yeah,
64 to 71, 72, 73. Wow.
Yeah, that's impressive.
They won 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 in a row. 7 in a row, and then they won what? For that. So 9 out of 11. And then
Then they won another one. So
then
10.
one else was what? 10 out of 13.
Yeah. That's amazing.
There it is.
All right, so I was right. 85 is Villanova. 86 is Louisville. 82 North Carolina, 81 Indiana. But Georgetown 84, North Carolina State 83, Villanova 85, 86 was Louisville. 87 is going to be Indiana.
Mm-hmm. So that North Carolina was Georgetown is who they played. They shows who they played on. I think Patrick Ewing was a freshman that year, and they lost to Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
And then North Carolina State won it. And then Patrick Ewing made it back, and they won it and beat Houston. And then they was going for the three-peat, and Villanova beat them. I thought they had 11 losses. It says 25 and 10. I think that might be wrong.
Yeah.
And there's our more recent title winners. A lot of people don't realize that Duke didn't win their first national title until 1991. Everybody thinks Duke's a blue blood, but they ain't really been around that long, history-wise.
No, I think their first Final Four was like 86 or 87.
Yeah, you're right. Because they played Denny Crum in Louisville in 86.
Yeah.
Right here. 1986, it says Louisville.
Yeah.
They show the coach too. I forgot all about Danny Crone.
Yeah, he was a stud. He was definitely a stud.
There's the great 2020 year. Canceled COVID-19. What a dumbass bunch of dumbasses.
Didn't have to happen.
Stupid.
Did not have to happen.
No, UConn looking good again this year. They might win three out of 4. They've won it this year.
You know, it's so funny, man. A lot of people, I'm starting to see a lot of people come out and talk about how their coach, you know, is kind of a dirtbag.
UConn's coach?
Yeah.
That wouldn't surprise me. Talking about Jim Calhoun or the guy they got now?
No, the guy they got now, which is, isn't it Hurley?
Yeah, I think he's like Nate Oates' mentor or some shit too. Because people been talking shit about Nate Oates being pretty shady with that Charles Bediako shit.
Well, Hurley, I can't think of his first name right now. Not
Danny.
Bobby, obviously. It's Danny Hurley. That's it.
Danny.
Yeah.
That's what Mr. John said. Mr. John, give me the answer. I cheated.
Yeah, he's not very, apparently he's got some, he definitely has some people that don't like him. That's for sure.
Thing about men's basketball is, a not so blue blood team can win it from time to time. Look at Baylor. They won it in 2021
Yeah.
in Virginia.
Yep.
Bill
That
Nolan.
is a fact.
UConn's another team that everybody thinks has been around forever, but UConn didn't win their first title until 1999.
Yeah. That's a fact. Yeah, that's right. That's right. That was Jay, right? No, Calhoun. I mean, that was Calhoun,
Calhoun.
right?
Jim Calhoun. Yeah, that's Jim
Yeah.
Calhoun. Because remember them and the women's basketball team winning titles at the same time.
Yeah, I do remember that. Calhoun's an underrated coach, man. He won 3 titles, I believe.
He won quite a bit. He won just as many as Dean Smith did.
Yeah.
Everybody ballyhoos him. You're talking about somebody shady. Everybody liked talking about how great Dean Smith. That motherfucker was shady, man. They were fixing grades and they never give them anything. They put Alabama and Oklahoma on probation for some shit they couldn't even prove. And this shit's like documented that they're fixing grades and they didn't even put them on probation.
Yeah, man.
That's why the NCAA needs to go away. They're inconsistent, man.
I agree. Well, brother, I think I might go grab me some dinner. I had fun this weekend on the Outlaw channel.
We've been wearing it out.
It's been awesome, man. It's
We're
been
gonna
awesome.
we're gonna burn ourselves out. We ain't gonna feel like doing anything in the summertime.
Well, we got a couple of we get at least one day of a break because Bama doesn't play until Tuesday.
Yeah, I probably want to be able to find that game.
Maybe, but we got to see.
Who are they playing again?
Bama plays Louisiana Monroe.
Okay, that's it. Tuscaloosa.
That is at Tuscaloosa.
Y'all got to go on the road to Memphis.
We're going on the road to Memphis for some reason.
Y'all may not make it back home. That's a crazy ass city.
That is a crazy city. I don't like Memphis.
I didn't know they had a. I didn't know.
Actually, that's not true. There's parts of Memphis that I like a lot.
I like
and
Beale Street.
Huh?
I like Beale Street.
Yeah, Beale is cool. But man, I tell you what, the minute you get out of your car in Memphis, you're gonna have people hitting you up.
Oh yeah.
The second you get out of your
I
car.
went down to Beale Street, and they had Jehovah Witnesses and Mormons and all sorts of shit on the streets out there in front of the bars asking for money.
Yeah. No, it's the second you get out of your car.
These
you get,
religious people, man. They're trying to save you while you're going into the bar.
Yeah, man.
What you got to give them respect. If you're looking for sinners to save, that's where you need to go. Instead of hiding in the church behind the pews and giving you $20, go out there and try to save somebody for real.
Absolutely.
Got to give it to 'em,
Absolutely.
man. Got a lot of balls be pedaling their bikes around these bad neighborhoods and them ties and stuff. And they look like y'all gonna get robbed.
That's a fact. All right, boss. I'll be in touch.
You know, we'll check you later.
Thanks, man.
All right, later.
Later.
That was the killer, the Breeze, who let Texas put him on his knees. Texas put him on his knees today. Can't believe it let Texas win. I can't believe it. Can't believe it. Boom. I hope the Wolfpack spanks that ass. We're going to probably do that game. We might do Texas and NC State. It remains to be seen. Enter the CBS Sports Bracket Challenge, says Mr. John. Yeah, I might do that. If y'all want to enter a CBS Bracket Challenge, y'all email me at jpcoutlaw@gmail.com, and I'll set up a bracket for us on CBS or ESPN, either one. They both got brackets. So with that, I'm out of here. Like, share, comment, subscribe to the channel. Subscribing and liking are most important. It gets the part of Beard Crunk. Pushes our algorithm out there to everybody. Please subscribe. You can also join the Outlaw Posse. Get a badge, get deputized, get a random 4 horseman shout out. It's just $2.99 a month, 75 cents a week. It's a little join button by the subscribe button. You'll be in the Outlaw Posse. Like I said, you get a badge, you get deputized. Nothing makes you feel better than having a badge and being a part of something. You also get a random 4 horseman shout out, as well as possibly be the comment of the day. KMCA to all other teams. Class is now dismissed.